Hey everyone, today's video is about when your soulmates but he rejects you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. You've known Bakugou Katsuki for as long as you can remember. Growing up in the same neighborhood, you were always in each other's company. Even as kids, you felt like there was something special about your bond. Something you couldn't quite put your finger on. It wasn't until you were in your teenage years that you discovered the truth. You and Bakugou were soulmates. You felt like the luckiest person in the world when you found out. You had always dreamed of finding your soulmate, and now that you had, you felt like you were living in a fairy tale. At first, everything seemed perfect. You and Bakugou were inseparable. And spending time together every moment. You went on dates, held your hands together, and talked about your future. You felt like nothing could ever come between the two of you. But as time went on, you started to notice a shift in Bakugou's behavior. He became more distant, less affectionate. You tried to talk to him about it, but he always brushed it off, saying that he was just going through some stuff with his family. You knew that he was lying. It was very obvious, but you didn't want to push him. You tried to focus on the good things in your relationship, the moments where you felt like nothing else mattered. But the distance between the two of you only grew, and eventually you decided to confront him about it. Bakugou, what's going on? You asked, your voice shaking. You've been acting strange lately, and I can't help but feel like something's wrong. Bakugou looked at you, his expression unreadable. It's nothing, Lion. Just some stuff going on with my family. You don't need to worry about it. But you knew that wasn't the truth. You could feel the distance between the two of you growing, and it scared you. One day, when you were alone together, you finally decided to ask him the question that had been waiting on your mind. Bakugou, do you still want to be with me? You asked, your voice barely up a whisper. Bakugou looked at you, his eyes downcast. I don't know, Lion. I'm just not sure anymore. You felt like your heart had been ripped out of your chest. You had always thought that being soulmates meant that you were meant to be together, no matter what. But now, it seemed like that was not the case. Why not? What has changed? You asked, tears streaming down your face. Bakugou looked at you, and then he looked away, his expression pain. I don't know, Lion. I just don't feel the same way you do. I wish I did, but I can't help how I feel. I don't think I used to like you either. I think I was just very interested in dating and the whole soulmates thing, not you. I'm sorry. You felt like your world had been shattered. You couldn't believe that your soulmate, the person you were meant to spend the rest of your life with, did not want to be with you. For weeks, you tried to avoid Bakugou. You didn't want to see him or talk to him, and you certainly didn't want to think about the fact that he didn't want to be with you. But as time went on, you realized that you couldn't avoid him forever. You knew that you had to face him eventually and figure out how to move on. Maybe it will be easy then when you face it. When you finally saw him again, it was at a party. You were nervous about how things would go, but you didn't want to let your hurt and anger control you anymore. You approached Bakugou, taking a deep breath. Look, Bakugou, I know that we can't be together, but that doesn't mean we can't be friends. I don't want to lose you completely. That's even worse. You said. Bakugou looked at you. I don't know if I can do that one. I don't want to hurt you again. He replied to your words. You felt a pang in your heart, but you knew that he was right. You couldn't be friends with him if it was going to hurt you. I understand. I just wanted you to know that I still care about you, even if we can't be together. You said, your voice barely above a whisper. Bakugou looked at you, his eyes softening. I care about you, Lion, and I always will. And with those words, you knew that you could start to move on. It was going to be quite hard, and it was going to hurt, badly. But you knew that you could do it. And over time, you started to heal. You went out with friends, met new people, and started to explore new hobbies. You realized that there was a whole world out there waiting for you, and you were very excited to discover it. And even though you weren't with Bakugou anymore, you still felt grateful for the time you had spent together. You knew that he had taught you a lot about love, and that you would always cherish the memories you had shared. As time went on, you started to realize that your soulmate wasn't necessarily the person you were meant to be with forever. Instead, your soulmate was the person who taught you about love and helped you grow into the person you were meant to be. And in that way, you knew that Bakugou would always be your soulmate, even if you weren't together. And so, you embraced the idea of having multiple soulmates throughout your life. People will come into your life and help shape you into the person you are meant to be. You never forgot about Bakugou, but you also knew that he was going to be just one part of your journey. A very important one, yes, but still one part. You were excited to see what other soulmates the universe had for you, and you were ready to embrace them with open arms. Bakugou may have been one of the people that you had dated, and he may have been your soulmate. And you may not be dating right now, but you will never ever forget him. Like, even more than the person you are with now, Kirishima. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye.